Aloha, and thank you for coming back to Versa Thai Yoga. My name is Gregory, and in this video I'll be demonstrating the basic standing warm-up. So this series of exercises was taught to me by my Rusi Dathon instructors in Thailand, and it seems to be more of a modern addition to the Thai yoga practice. I say this because these series of range of motion exercises don't have any indications of being part of an ancient text of Rusi Dathon techniques. However, it is a gentle and smooth way to transition from the ground to standing in an intentional manner. So join me and we'll get into it. So I'll be doing a little different this time with the microphone and talking you through it. It's a little a lighter practice, so follow along if you like. So start off with the child pose with wide knees, so we can have our torso in between them. And we'll reach the arms forward far and then place the head onto the mat. So a couple deep breaths here. Then we'll bring the arms back around with the hands by the ankles. Take a deep breath and press the forehead into the mat or the ground. And exhale, relax. Turn the head to the right. Press the side of the head down into the ground with the inhale. And then exhale, relax. Just activating the neck muscles again. Turn the head the other way. Inhale, press down using the neck muscles. And exhale, relax. Then we'll bring the hands back around in front. And come up for the hands and knees. And I'll go to the side for a better view. So this is familiar if you've done yoga. It will be called a cat and cow. So we'll do the different breathing from a typical hatha practice though. So for the arching of the back, the cat pose will inhale. So inhale, arch, and then exhale and bend the back and look up. Just moving with the breath, having the breath and the movement last for the same duration. Then we'll bounce the feet off of the ground, hit them together. And then we'll push our hips down to our heels and then rock from the toes to the heels. Now this one may be difficult for many people. You may not be able to touch the heels down. So we're just warming up the calves and the arches of the feet. So go back as far as you can. Maybe your heels won't go down. Just keep going back as far as you can. Or you can do this motion, lifting the hips up and then lowering them down till the heels come up and then back to the knees. Anyway, we'll come onto the feet and then we will straighten the legs out most of the way. And then just keep the feet together and hands on the knees and move the knees in circles in one direction and then the other. So as you can see, this is where the practice gets away from the type of asana that you may be used to with yoga. So here we're separating the feet, and then moving the knees toward each other a few times, and then reversing. So basically just range of motion exercises here. This is really good. If you get more into it, you can feel it in the hips and ankles as well as the knees. Then we'll bring the feet together, standing up, and isolate just the hips. So keep the legs straight and the shoulders in place. So almost like a hula practice. Really works the abdominal muscles. Just stay mindful of the breath here. And reverse. And then we'll take a step apart. So in the previous, we isolated the hips. In this one, just using the whole body. You can even use the upper body as kind of a counter to the hips. So I do suggest easing into this, but after a few warm-up rounds, we can go sort of into this full range of motion where you're leaning back into a back bend, doing kind of a side bend, a forward fold down, side bend, and back bend. And then changing directions, maybe ease off. Maybe the opposite direction will feel different accessibility. And then getting into the full range from the opposite direction here. Okay, then we'll stand up, the feet back together, and just rolling the shoulders a few times. And reverse. I like to go for some internal rotation when I roll the shoulders forward. And then finally, one of the favorites of most people that take my classes, just swinging the arms back and forth. This is the simple way to do it, just relaxing the arms, the feet together or slightly apart. However, if you want to get a little more into it, you can aim your hands right at the last part of the swing so they can hit up by your kidney in the back. So I'll show you. So you can do this. And there's also, sometimes I see people hitting up by the chest, or kind of gently hitting by your neck. A lot of different stuff here, but I really just prefer personally just swinging with a little bit of guidance towards the kidneys. And after about a minute of that, you can do that for an extended period of time. It's really good for the whole body. You can feel all the way from your toes and ankles up to your neck if you really get into it. And then I like to finish off the standing warm-up with just a short Tadasana pose. So with this, we're moving the spine in the 7th direction that it can move, upward. So we can know 1 to the side, 2 to the side, 3 back, 4 forward, and then twisting, 5 and 6. And then the 7th one is lengthening up. So a few deep breaths, rooted down. And then now, you should be ready for the standing techniques. So if you've done the basic seated warm-up and then the seated sequence, and then now we've done the standing warm-up, and you're ready for a standing sequence. So over the next few weeks, I'll be adding standing techniques. So thanks for watching. You can support the channel if you enjoy and you want to see this continue. So thank you.